Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of the Bible. We're in Genesis, right in the beginning, chapter 13. So there's been quite a bit happening. We are talking about Abraham. Well, he's still Abram right now, and Sarai, his wife, and his nephew Lot. And in chapter 13, Abram and Lot separate. So Abram left Egypt and traveled north into the Negev, along with his wife and Lot and all that they owned. Abram was very rich in livestock, silver, and gold. From the Negev, they continued traveling by stages toward Bethel, and they pitched their tents between Bethel and Ai, where they had camped before. This was the same place where Abram had built an altar, and there worshipped the Lord again. Lot, who was traveling with Abram, had also become very wealthy in flocks of sheep and goats, herds of cattle, and many tents. But the land could not support both Abram and Lot. With all their... Sorry about that. The land could not support both Abram and Lot with all their flocks and herds living so close together. So disputes broke out between the herdsmen of Abram and Lot. At the time of the Canaanites and the Perizzites were also living in the land. Finally, Abram said to Lot, "Let's not allow this conflict to come between us or our herdsmen. After all, we are close relatives. The whole countryside is open to you. Take your choice of any section of land you want, and we will separate. If you want the land to the left, then I'll take the land to the right. If you prefer the land on the right, then I'll go left." Lot took a long look at the fertile plains of the Jordan Valley in the direction of Zoar. The whole area was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord or the beautiful land of Egypt. Excuse me. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot chose himself. Lot chose himself the whole Jordan Valley to the east of them. He went there with his flocks and servants and parted company with his uncle Abram. So Abram settled in the land of Canaan. Lot moved his tents to a place near Sodom and settled among the cities of the plain. But the people of this area were extremely wicked and constantly sinned against the Lord. After Lot had gone, the Lord said to Abram, "Look as far as you can see in every direction, north, south, east, and west. I'm giving all this land, as far as you can see, to you and your descendants as a permanent possession. And I will give you as many descendants that, like the dust of the earth, they cannot be counted. Go and walk through the land in every direction. I'm giving it to you." So Abram moved his camp to Hebron and settled near the oak grove belonging to Mamre. Then he built another altar to the Lord. So here's where Abram and Lot have, grown too big of a corporation to stay together, and they franchise or whatever, It happens when you get a lot of cattle, they can't all graze in the same area, and they weren't able to stick together. And unfortunately, it talks about Lot choosing the area near Sodom, and in the future we're going to find out that causes him quite a bit of trouble. He does not make good choices without his uncle Abram around, and gets into a bit of trouble. And this is the first time I really read and thought about that. It was actually, he could have been on he chose the east side of the Jordan Valley, which happened to be near Sodom, and if he had chosen the west, he may have had a very different life, and just ending up near those sinners in Sodom. So you know, this is part of the plan that God had. I'm sure that, you know, it was going to end up either way for Lot, as we'll read in the future here. He's going to have some troubles in the next couple chapters, taking off without Abram. And, you know, that's just sometimes what happens when you don't have those elders close to you to advise you and help you to make the right decisions. And that's a big part of what this story is about, is helping us to, you know, read, understand, and make decisions for our own lives that are good decisions, God-honoring decisions. And I pray that you'll take this chapter, this simple little story of Abram and Lot separating, and that it will become a blessing to you, that you'll dig deep into the Word and see what God has for you.